Hey, man, I'm back. So, NFL news roundup for this week from January 26th to January 30th. About to be a consistent series about to do throughout the year. So, starting this week, we start with the Chargers extending their defensive tackle Tyler Tart 3 year extension. Very probably team friendly, and this is a very good pickup for Tart. Always makes impact plays. Very underrated person at defensive position. Him, guys like him, Puna Ford, Jaron Reed, always like underrated defensive tackle that don't get talked about. So, a good sign by the Chargers. And then let me get out of here. Hey, Shador, shout out to him making the Pro Bowl. You know, it was about some replacements here and there. Also got another one replacement just came in today. Joe Flacco also gets a replacement on the AFC roster for the Pro Bowl. Crazy that Cleveland had two Pro Bowl quarterbacks this year. That's crazy. But hey, all jokes aside, yeah, that's crazy though. It's Joe Flacco's first Pro Bowl selection. I thought he would get one. I thought he had one in on the Ravens autumn years played with Ravens, but apparently not. But hey, congrats to Flacco. Bills right here hiring Joe Brady as the head coach, so why not promote him up? He's always been a good OC for the past few years with the LSU, and then before that with Cam Newton in his last good year back in 2018, and then being with the Bills after they let go Ken Dorsey back in the 2021 season, I want to say, or 2022. One of those 2 years after they let go Ken Dorsey, he was quarterback Joe Brady was the quarterback coach at the time, and he got promoted to offense coordinator. And they've been more like run heavy base type of offense and kind of no risky, no biscuit type of offense, like making sure that Josh Allen don't put the ball in harm's way, and it really worked out to success with them always having success making the playoffs every year. And we'll see how he makes his staff up and things like that. But the big thing he said was that Keon Coleman will evolve more in offense, which I would like to see. This is also from today too. That another one came out hot off the pressers. The Vikings firing the GM. Now I'm wondering might be why. Well, there's a lot of things. Negative cap space, and here I should show a good list right here. I found. Just look at these big four negatives that he had, and you go to that 2022 draft class. It looks kind of disgusting. You go back and look at his 2022 draft class. He let Sam Darnold walk. Got negative $48 million cap space. No Pro Bowlers since 2020. So we're going on almost 7 years of no Pro Bowlers since the Justin Jefferson draft. Like, come on. And also that last point is very, 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 very like you're nailing the coffin. Like Justin Jefferson, like you're just wasting him. Like you're wasting his good years. Like let's get a good roster, good quarterback play, and everything around him. Now, come on. Now they just said too they're probably not gonna get a new GM until after the draft. So the new GM you're gonna be inheriting this draft class you didn't even get no input in. So we'll see how that goes. And right here, the Browns finally have their head coach. They got Todd Monken. Now this comes with some repercussions that I'll show you next. Now you passed up Jim Schwartz, his head coach opportunity. Now he's gone. So how would that defense look without Jim Schwartz spearheading it now? You have count the player on defense. We'll see how they feel about that. On to the next piece of news right here. Clint Kubiak. I would be surprised if he stays at the Seahawks OC going into the 2026-2027 regular season. I'll be very surprised. I can definitely see him going to LA though out of these two options right here with their draft picks, and then being able to construct his own offense with having you have your tight end, you already have a tight end one, you're going to be able to get your QB one will be Mendoza, your running back one. All you need is just receiver one, then you will be set, and then we'll see if he even accepts the job. Right here, well, McCarthy's trying to build his staff. He got Patrick Graham. This is a better start than his tenure in Dallas when he picked Mike Nolan. But Patrick Graham is a step above that. His defenses always are somewhat middle of the pack. Not they won't wow you be top 10 in that. Really, they're going middle of the pack or they're going to be one of the worst. So we'll see how this looks. This is one of the most expensive defenses in the NFL, by the way. So you expect him to be middle of the pack, but you never know with the Steelers defense these days. And the Eagles finally got their man. Sirianni finally found his man to call plays at OC. Sean Mannion, Packers QB coach. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this looks. We'll see what type of offense he wants to construct. This, I think, a low 4 type of offense that's under that Shanahan tree will really help Jalen Hurts a lot more under center stuff, more like opportunity for Saquon to get more explosive runs. We'll see how that looks. I see right here, Jesse Minter, he found his guy to call plays for the Ravens on the offensive side. I feel like this is a very good hire right here. Doyle has background being with Sean Payton a little bit for his last few years, and New Orleans and being with that early years of Clint Kubiak in New Orleans, and then coming back and being Titans coach for the Broncos last year before being hired as the OC for the Bears. So it'll bring elements into Ben Johnson, Sean Payne, and some Clint Kubiak stuff that Lamar will like, more understander stuff. Get the run game going way better, more motorized with Derrick Henry. More play action stuff will help get a lot of people open. So I can't wait to see how this looks for the Ravens offense look coming this season. And then for our last part of the roundup, each team's Super Bowls already have been revealed. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Starting with the Patriots right here. Looking pretty good, pretty cool. And then last part right here, the Seahawks jersey. Each team will be wearing the 250 patch to represent the 250th birthday of the U.S. And let me know who you think going to win in the comments and who also has a better jersey in the comments. And that's it for me for today. And I'll just come back next Friday with another news roundup for next week.